and welcome back to my channel. My name is Bridget Morris and I talk about things that are specific carbohydrate diet related. I also have an Instagram account that you can go and check out. On there I show pictures of what I eat on a daily basis or just talk about things that are specific carbohydrate diet related. Now, in today's video, I'm really excited because I'm going to show you a recipe for crackers that I do that is like so good. They really don't last. So that's always a good sign. I actually found this recipe on a website and I can't really remember what it is, but I will add it in the description box below. So please go check it out because they actually have other things, like other recipes that are specific carbohydrate diet friendly. So yeah, it's such a gold mine, I think. So in today's video, I'm going to show you a variation that I do for the crackers, but the really cool thing is that you can take the base recipe for these crackers and add whatever herbs or spices that you want and it changes it up. So yeah, if you want to learn how to make delicious SCD crackers, please keep watching. So in today's recipe, you're going to need 2 cups of blanched almond flour, 1 tablespoon of rosemary, half a tablespoon of thyme, half a tablespoon of olive oil, 1 egg, and half a teaspoon of pink Himalayan salt. So you're going to need a bowl to mix all your ingredients together. We're going to start off by putting all the dry ingredients first, and then after that add the olive oil and egg. I'm using my mixer bowl because I will be using the mixer later on, but if you don't have one, that's okay. You can just use a regular bowl with a spoon or even your fingers to mix it. So this is what it looks like in the bowl before we're going to mix it. Alright, so let's get mixing. So I want you to focus on the texture of the dough. It's going to stay fairly crumbly, like dry, and that's exactly what you're looking for to get that cracker texture. So you can see here how it's still kind of dry. This is what you're looking for. To bake the crackers, I like to use our pizza pan because you'll notice that as we flatten out the dough, it's going to go in a round shape, but also it makes it easy to slide it on. You're going to need some parchment paper to flatten out the dough, so you're going to need one on the bottom. I like to make mine a little bit on the long side because, you know, the dough, when you flatten it out, it kind of goes in different directions. So you're going to dump all of the dough on the parchment paper. And then with your hands, you're just going to squeeze it together, really try to compact it and basically trying to flatten it out as much as you can. Now you're going to need a second layer of parchment paper that you're going to put on top, and that's going to help to flatten it out. Now normally you'll be using a rolling pin to flatten out the dough, but we recently reorganized the kitchen and I can't find mine, so it's in a very safe place. So the next best thing that I can use is a wine bottle. And surprisingly, it did an amazing job. So life hack right there. So you want to start off by rolling the dough. You want to put the pressure in the middle and then you roll out. This is going to help to evenly spread the dough. So here it's looking really good, but still a little too thick. So let's keep rolling. Something else that you want to keep in mind is that you don't want to have the edges too thin compared to the center, because when you're going to bake it, the edges are going to burn before the middle is going to be cooked. So when you're flattening it out, again, just try to put the pressure from the center and then roll outwards. So now it's starting to look really good. When you're finally happy with the thickness of the dough, you can discard the top layer of the parchment paper. The next step, which is a very important step, is to cut the dough into individual crackers, and you want to do this before you bake it. For this step, I like to use a pizza cutter because I feel like the lines are straight, but also I've used a knife in the past and the dough was kind of sticking to the knife. This one, it's just super easy. And the last part before you put it in the oven, I like to just sprinkle some salt on top. So now to put the dough on the pizza pan, as you can see, the sides of the pan are really low, so it makes it super easy to just slide it right on. And because there's extra parchment paper, I like to just cut it off just because it just won't be in the way. You want to preheat the oven at 350 Fahrenheit, and when the oven is ready to go, just go ahead, put the dough in. You want to leave it in the oven for 10 to 15 minutes depending on your oven. Because I use convection, I'm going to leave it in for about 10 minutes. But don't forget to check within maybe like 8-9 minutes because you don't want the edges to burn. Wow, look at that, perfectly cooked. You want to let the dough cool off because the next step requires you touching it. So you can see how we pre-cut it and it makes it so much easier for us to just break them apart. So all you have to do is just a slight snap. Once they're all broken into pieces, I like to store them in a Ziploc bag and I eat them as I go. I don't need to freeze them because, well, they don't last that long. There you have it, guys. That is how you make delicious SCD crackers. And as you can see, it's actually quite simple to make. I really hope that it inspired you to try them. And please leave in the comments below other variations that you've tried, different herbs, because I'd obviously like to try them. I'm all about different flavors. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and please consider subscribing if you are not already subscribed. And also pass along this video to anybody that you think that would benefit from it. So thank you again for the support and watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.